Hey everyone, Adam Tangsford here with G5s from the field. I want to go ahead and talk to everybody today about broadheads and my experience with broadheads in the past and what my thoughts are on them and what I'm using this past season. So last year in Colorado I drew a mountain goat tag, which is a very special tag to draw here in Colorado. And when I headed up to the mountains, the only broadhead that I wanted to use was the G5 Montec CS. And that proved to be a very smart decision. I ended up shooting my mountain goat at 63 yards with Quest Primal bow and used the Montec CS. It blew through the heart and the broadhead embedded itself inside the shoulder on the other side. And aside from having the beautiful hide, the horns, and the great experience hunting that mountain goat, I was left with this neat little additional trophy, I guess you could call it, which is my Montec CS broadhead embedded inside the far shoulder on that mountain goat. And what you can see there is where the broadhead entered. It pierced through the shoulder bone on this mountain goat, and you can kind of maybe see where it's coming through the void where the marrow would be. But it pierced through on the other side. And what's really impressive about how this Montec CS performed is that where it connected with this bone, it could have easily, had it have been a broadhead that didn't maintain its integrity and sharpness, it would have just deflected off the side. And with this Montec, it still had enough energy and enough sharpness to pierce through this bone. And you know, that there in itself is really impressive for me. This year I wanted to go ahead and get a little bit more experience with some of the broadheads, and so I ordered in two different broadheads from G5. One is the Striker and the other was a T3. So with the Strikers, you can go ahead and you can exchange out the blades that you used for practice, and then go ahead and just put this replacement blade kit in, so you know you've got some sharp blades for the field. I just came back from a deer hunt in Nebraska, and when I went out there, one of the things I wanted to do was go ahead and try an expandable broadhead or mechanical broadhead, which I have not had the chance to try yet. As many of you are probably aware, you get on the forums and there's a lot of discussions on mechanical broadheads versus fixed blades. But I had to experience them for myself and see what my thoughts were. So I went ahead and I actually took 2 deer on this Nebraska trip with the G5 T3s. And I got to tell you, my initial thought on these, just after seeing the way that they performed in the field, I'm probably sold on these broadheads for the rest of my hunting here for the next couple of years. You know, unless G5 comes out with something that is better, which I think would be pretty difficult to do. So here's one of the broadheads that I shot with. Well, I've got 2 of them. I'll show them both to you. Here's the broadhead, the G5 T3 broadhead from the first deer that I shot. What you'll notice is that aside from it having blood on it, all the blades did deploy, and they all maintained their integrity. They did not break. So this deer, the first deer that I shot, she actually went down within 8 yards of where I hit her. And so obviously I didn't need to track her, but there was definitely plenty of blood on the ground should have needed to. So then here is the broadhead from the second deer that I shot out there in Nebraska, and this is another G5 T3. Again, you'll notice I had full deployment on all the blades, and they maintained their integrity as well with no breakage on any of the blades. Alright, so with the G5 T3s, these here are probably going to be my choice broadhead here going forward into the future. Unless I'm going to a state where I can't use mechanical broadheads, and it's going to be toss-up. Probably most likely end up going with that Montec CS broadhead. Hopefully this little video has helped clarify any questions that you've had about the G5 broadheads. Whatever you go ahead and choose, I'm sure that you'll be pleased with them. Like I said, I've used everything from the Montec to now the T3s, and I've been very happy. Next year it's going to be a tough decision for me, like always, on whether to go with a fixed blade or a mechanical. But after my past experience in Nebraska, I may just have to go ahead and use the T3s again. So if you're still hunting, good luck with your hunts, and everybody else, I hope you have a wonderful new year, and good luck on all of your hunts next year.